I think before we go and deep dive in any further into the podcast, we have to give the people a little bit of background. So how about you give the audience a little bit of a background when you thought your last flight out, and what were your initial reactions when you got off that plane?
Man, initially, first of all, I didn't even know it was going to be my last flight out. I came here in 2015. I've been out here 8 years now, and it's been an interesting journey. I've always loved to travel. If you follow me on social media, you know I'm everywhere. I've been over 60 plus countries, and I thought it was at that time, you know what they talk about when you manifest something?
Yeah.
I used to pray for it and wish, like, yo, I'm going to live abroad.
Really? That's the thing. As a New Yorker, you wanted to get out of the city?
I wanted to live abroad, but the main reason is because, I'm Puerto Rican. So, but I speak Spanglish. So I was like, I'm going to live in a Latin country. I'm going to learn Spanish to the level where I could have a business meeting. Okay. So I thought I was going to be in Colombia, Mexico, or Spain.
Of course. Knowing Mike, those were probably his preferred countries to go to. So,
but then the call came to come to Abu Dhabi. And at first, I didn't know what it was. I just heard Abu Dhabi on a J. Cole song.
That's it. You had no idea. All. So if somebody like pulled out a map and was like, identify where Abu Dhabi is, would you have been able to point it out at that time?
No. Thank God for Google Maps. I'm on the phone with the recruiter. He said Abu Dhabi. I said, Abu what? I straight up Googled it. I saw it was close to Dubai, 30-minute drive. I was like, let me check it out. And one of my only requirements is I have to see it first before I make the decision.
Right.
The recruiter said, trust me, if they like you and they get you out here, you won't say no, which was true. So, came out here, did the interview process, then flew out.
But how'd they fly you out? Would they flew you out?
Economy? They flew me out, what is it, business class.
So they were pulling out the red carpet for you. They were trying real hard to recruit you.
And when I tell you, I thought I was going to just come out here as a vacation and all that, and just like, okay, I got 2 days of interviews, 3 days of free time. That's all I thought it was. I was like, it's a free vacation. I'm never going to take it. And once you land out here, you see how beautiful the country is. You see how welcoming everyone is. It's like, man, for the right offer, I could be out here for 1 or 2 years.
1 or 2 years.
Everybody
always says 1 or 2 years.
Exactly.
Everybody always says 1 or 2 years.
That's always the stipulation. 1 or 2 years, I'm going to save, stack my money, ain't going nowhere. Then I'm back home. But yeah, it never turns out that way. And let me tell you, on that first business class flight, I did not sleep. When I tell you
were giddy,
I got the massage chair. I'm leaning back every angle. I ate everything on the menu. I had ice cream and all
3
that.
times. Three times. I remember the first time I did a business class flight.
Exactly.
I forgot where I was going, and I remember I just had everything like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, I want to savor this moment, so. Definitely. All right, cool. So what time of the year did you come? Do you remember? Was it winter? Was it the summer here?
I came August. So it was dead
and you
heat.
Still liked it out here?
Dead heat. It was beautiful. Aesthetically it was beautiful. And then everybody told me, and then I checked. Winter time, it's amazing. And I'm a December baby, Sagittarius.
Right.
So,
but what I'm saying is, the only reason I'm asking is because, as an American or as a New Yorker, sometimes it's the time we get up. Yeah. When you first come out here, summertime is the time that nobody wants to be around. That's one of the things that people don't take into account when they come to the Middle East. That summertime is not the time to get turned in the UAE. Yeah. People always calling me saying, "Oh, I want to come and visit you. I want to come and visit you. I want to come during June, July, and August." I'm like, that's the worst time. That's the worst time to come visit me here in the Middle East. So one other question: when was your first when you finally moved? So you accepted your offer. Pulled out the red carpet. What was your first expat experience? Like, wow, okay, I'm a real expat. I'm away from home. Like, when did it hit you that I'm not going back to New York?
Oh, when did it hit me that I'm staying here?
That you're staying here. Like, this is your wow, I made it kind of moment. Like, or the first expat experience that you had where you were like, this is different from back home.
I'm gonna tell you, being raw, being real, being honest. That first year was a roller coaster. You have your moments. I had my moments of, I love it here. This is the best. Then you sink down and you're like, man, where's my family? Where's my friends and all that? So trying to get your footing in, it wasn't until I love to challenge myself, and I purposely didn't go back home and I even took my first solo trip for my birthday. I was like, I'm not going back home. I was just there, right. So having that experience, it was great. And then when I finally went home after a year, and I was just home and everything was the same. Everybody was still there, still in the same place. Everyone was stagnant. And I was like,
that was only a year, right?
It was just a year.
Yeah, so you realized.
And I grew so much in a year,
Right.
So in so many ways, and ways that I didn't, you kind of lose yourself and then find yourself again. and all that, and we talk about, we kind of say like, oh, I'm a grown man. I'm grown now. It's not to live on your own. You're like, how do I convert my license? How do I get the light switched on?
I don't think people realize that how different that is.